No one in the room expected Muhammad Ali to ask that question. The laughter was casual at first. Comfortable. The kind of laughter that fills a room when people assume nothing serious is about to happen. Can you really do it? Ali asks, leaning back in his chair, arms relaxed, voice playful but sharp enough to cut. Can you really hit me? Los Angeles. Early 1970s. Private gym. No cameras. No press. Just fighters, trainers, and a few people lucky enough to be in the room when two worlds quietly collide. Muhammad Ali stands tall. 6'3", heavyweight champion. Confidence radiating off him like heat. He's used to rooms bending around him. Used to men proving themselves to him. Bruce Lee stands across the floor. Barefoot. Calm. Still. He doesn't smile. He doesn't explain. That alone unsettles the room. Someone mutters, "He's half his size." Another whispers, "This is a joke, right?" Ali watches Bruce closely now. Not laughing anymore. Studying. The way fighters do when something feels off. "I won't move," Ali says. "No blocks. No tricks. You get one shot." The room tightens. Bruce finally speaks. His voice is quiet. Respectful. "Are we talking about boxing? Or reality?" Ali raises an eyebrow. That wasn't the answer he expected. "What's the difference?" Ali asks. Bruce looks at him. Really looks at him. "That depends," he says, "on what you've trained your body to ignore." Silence creeps in. No one realizes it yet, but in a few seconds the room won't sound the same again. Because some questions aren't meant to be answered with words. Ali grins like it's still a game, but his eyes don't match the smile. "Man, I've trained my whole life," he says. "I don't ignore nothing." Bruce nods once. "Then you'll understand quickly." A trainer steps between them. Gentle. "Okay? No injuries." Ali waves him off. "I said I won't move. I'm solid." He plants his feet anyway. Just a little. Habit. Even when he says he won't move, his body prepares. Champions are built from instincts they can't turn off. Bruce notices. He always notices. Bruce walks closer, slow and measured. Not closing distance like a challenge, closing it like a lesson. "Where do you want it?" Ali asks, still playing to the room. Bruce pauses. "Your chest." Ali laughs. "My chest? That's all muscle, baby." Bruce doesn't react. Perfect. The room shifts. A few people step back without realizing. Not fear, anticipation. The kind you feel right before a door opens into something you didn't plan for. Ali lifts his chin. "Do it." Bruce takes a breath. His shoulders drop. His hands relax even more. He looks almost softer. Then he moves. No wind-up. No warning. Just a sudden line of motion. A short strike, more like a snap than a punch, lands on Ali's chest with a sharp, wet sound. Ali's smile vanishes. Not from pain. From surprise. His body rocks back an inch, despite his promise not to move. His lungs release air he didn't mean to give up. The room hears it. A small huh sound, involuntary. Ali blinks hard, recalibrating. His eyes widen just slightly. The gym goes quiet. Because the question wasn't, "Can you hit me?" The question was, "Can you affect me?" And Bruce just answered it. Ali straightens up slowly. Not angry. Not defensive. Curious. That's what surprises everyone most. He presses a hand lightly against his chest, testing the sensation. There's no pain now. Just a strange awareness, like his body briefly forgot its own rules. "Do that again," Ali says quietly. The trainer steps forward. "Champ." Ali lifts a hand. "I'm good." Bruce shakes his head. "No need." Ali studies him. "You didn't even load up." Bruce nods. "That's the point." The room feels different now. The playful energy is gone. This isn't entertainment anymore. It's examination. Ali circles Bruce once, slow, thoughtful. Not predator. Scientist. "You know," Ali says, "most people try to prove they're strong by swinging hard." Bruce meets his eyes. "That's because they don't trust position." Ali stops in front of him. And you? I trust timing, Bruce says, and targets people don't think about. Ali smiles, but this time it's a real one. Respect in it. You wasn't bluffin', Ali says. That was real. Someone in the back whispers. He made Ali step back. Ali hears it. Doesn't deny it. He looks at Bruce again. You didn't answer my question. Bruce tilts his head. Which one? Can you really do it? Bruce thinks for a moment, then replies honestly. I can do my part, he says. What happens after depends on you. Ali laughs softly. Man, that's a dangerous answer. The room stays silent. Not because it's stunned, but because everyone senses they just witnessed the beginning of something bigger than a challenge. Two fighters, different worlds, finally speaking the same language. Ali walks back to his corner and sits on the edge of the ring, elbows on his knees. The room waits. No one rushes him. When a champion thinks, you give him space. You know what's funny? Ali says after a moment. Boxers train to hit what they're allowed to hit. Everything else disappears. Bruce nods. Rules shape perception. Ali looks up. And perception shapes habits. That lands. He stands again, slower now, more deliberate. Show me without touching me, he says. Make me miss. Bruce gestures lightly. Throw your jab. Ali snaps it out, fast, clean, world-class. The jab that built a legend. Bruce shifts half a step. Not away, offline. The glove passes where Bruce's face was supposed to be. No block, no clash, just absence. Ali's eyes widen. He throws another, then another. Each time, Bruce is somewhere else. Close enough to be dangerous. Calm enough to be unsettling. Ali stops, breathing steady but mind racing. You're not faster, Ali says slowly. You're earlier. Bruce smiles faintly. Timing is speed without effort. Ali laughs, sharp, delighted. Man, if I fought like this, I'd scare myself. The trainer exhales. I've never seen you miss like that. Ali waves him off, eyes still locked on Bruce. I wasn't missing. He wasn't there. That sentence ripples through the room. Ali steps closer, lowering his voice. So tell me the truth. If this wasn't a gym, if it was chaos, what would you do? Bruce answers without hesitation. I would end it before it became a contest. Silence. Ali nods slowly. That's what I was afraid you'd say. Because in that moment, the greatest boxer alive understands something new. Power doesn't always announce itself with noise. Sometimes it arrives quietly and leaves no room for argument. Ali leans back against the ropes, arms crossed now. Not in defense, but in thought. You know what scares people? He says. Not getting hit. Not knowing when it's over. Bruce nods. Uncertainty. Ali points at him. You live in that space. A trainer breaks the silence. So, could he beat you? Ali doesn't answer right away. He looks at Bruce, then at the floor, then back at the room. Beat me? Ali says slowly. In a ring? With rules? I like my chances. A few nervous laughs. Out there. He gestures vaguely. Anywhere else? He shakes his head. I don't know. That answer lands harder than bravado. Bruce speaks carefully. Fighting isn't about winning. It's about not losing. Ali smiles. Man, that's cold. It's honest, Bruce replies. Ali steps forward again, closer now than before. Not challenging, measuring. You ever think about what happens if people learn this? Ali asks. Really learn it? Bruce meets his eyes. They stop pretending. Ali laughs softly. Yeah, and pretending pays a lot of bills. The room relaxes just a bit. The tension shifts into something else. Respect, curiosity, possibility. Ali extends his hand. I asked you a question. You gave me a truth. Bruce shakes it. Firm, calm. Anytime you want, Ali says. Come train with me. Not to fight, to understand. Bruce nods. I'd like that. No cheers. No announcements. Just two men from different worlds agreeing on something rare. that sometimes the strongest move is learning when you don't know. They don't train that day. They talk. Ali sits on the edge of the ring, towel over his shoulders. Bruce leans against the ropes, relaxed, listening as much as he speaks. You know, Ali says, people think confidence means certainty. Bruce shakes his head. Confidence is comfort with uncertainty. Ali smiles at that. That's dangerous thinking. Yes, Bruce agrees. That's why it works. Ali asks questions now. Real ones. About balance. About angles. About why Bruce never commits fully until the last possible moment. Bruce answers simply. No mysticism. No exaggeration. Most fighters decide too early, he says. Once you decide, you limit yourself. Ali nods slowly. Boxing taught me to commit. And it made you great, Bruce replies. But it also taught your body to ignore certain threats. Ali looks up sharply. Like what? Bruce taps his own throat, then his groin, then the side of the knee. Ali goes quiet. Yeah, he says finally. We don't train for that. No, Bruce says. You train to dominate a known space. I train to survive an unknown one. That distinction sits between them. The trainer watches from across the room, realizing something important. This isn't about who would win. It's about how different truths can exist at the same time. Ali stands and claps Bruce on the shoulder. You just messed with my head, man. Bruce smiles faintly. That was never the strike. Ali laughs. Figures. They leave the gym together talking like old friends. And everyone who watched knows this much for sure. That question, can you really do it, was never meant to be answered with force. It was meant to open a door. Word doesn't spread loudly. It never does when something real happens. But in certain gyms, among certain fighters, the story starts to circulate. Not exaggerated. Not flashy. Just a quiet sentence passed along. Ali asked him to hit him, and something changed. Ali invites Bruce to his camp weeks later. No press. No cameras. Just work. Bruce watches Ali train. The footwork. The rhythm. The timing that made him untouchable in the ring. You float, Bruce says. That's rare. Ali grins. Took me years to learn how not to plant my feet. Bruce nods. That's why your style works. Then Bruce shows him something small, almost invisible. A shift in angle. A way to step that keeps options open instead of closing them. Ali tries it. Misses. Tries again. Feels wrong, Ali says. Bruce smiles. Truth often does at first. Ali laughs. Man, you're dangerous. No, Bruce replies. I'm adaptable. That word sticks with Ali. Adaptable. He starts thinking differently about opponents. About space. About endings instead of exchanges. Later, when reporters ask Ali about other fighting styles, he doesn't dismiss them anymore. He pauses. He thinks. And sometimes he says, it depends. That hesitation didn't come from weakness. Came from understanding. Years later, people notice the change before Ali ever mentions it. His footwork becomes sharper. His exits cleaner. His instincts less predictable. Commentators call it maturity. Experience. Ring IQ. Ali knows better. Between rounds, he doesn't just think about punches anymore. He thinks about position. About what his opponent can't do. About how quickly a moment can end if you stop playing inside it. Once, during training, a sparring partner steps too close. Ali slips out instantly, almost instinctively, creating space that didn't exist a second before. He laughs to himself. That's Bruce. Bruce never claims credit. He never would. When they meet again, years later, there's no challenge, no demonstrations. Just conversation. Ali says, you know, I used to think fighting was about showing people how great you are. Bruce replies, now. Ali smiles. Now I think it's about not giving them the chance. Bruce nods. That's awareness. Ali looks at him. You never tried to prove you could beat me. Bruce answers honestly. That wouldn't have mattered. Ali laughs. Yeah, I get that now. They sit in silence for a moment. Two men who climbed different mountains and met somewhere in the clouds. Ali breaks it. You changed how I think. Bruce shrugs. You were ready. That's the part most people miss. Truth doesn't force its way in. It waits. And when it finally arrives, it doesn't shout. It settles. When the story finally leaks, it leaks wrong. People turn it into a fantasy, a secret fight, a mythical showdown. Ali laughs when he hears it. That ain't what happened, he says. Nobody lost. But he never corrects them fully either. Because some moments aren't about facts. They're about impact. Behind closed doors, Ali starts asking different questions. Not just who is faster or who hits harder, but who sees sooner. Trainers notice it. Sparring partners feel it. You're harder to read, one of them says. Ali smiles. I stopped showing my plans. That idea came from Bruce. From watching a man half his size control space without owning it. From realizing that dominance isn't always forward motion. Sometimes it's restraint. Ali thinks back to the moment he asked the question. Can you really do it? He understands now that he wasn't asking Bruce. He was asking himself. Because greatness, real greatness, isn't about being untouchable. It's about being unfinished. Bruce never tried to convince Ali of anything. He didn't challenge his legacy, didn't threaten his crown. He simply revealed a blind spot and trusted Ali to do something with it. Most people would have ignored it. Ali didn't. That's why the silence in that room mattered. Not because of what Bruce did in 3 seconds, but because of what Ali chose to do after. Years later, when Muhammad Ali is asked about confidence, he answers differently than he used to. He still smiles, still jokes, still tells the world he's the greatest. But there's a pause now, a breath. Someone once asks him, was there ever a moment you doubted yourself? Ali thinks for a long time. Then he says, I didn't doubt myself. I expanded myself. He never says Bruce Lee's name out loud. He doesn't have to. The people who know. They know there was a moment. Quiet, unrecorded. When the greatest boxer alive asked a simple question and received an answer that didn't bruise his body, but reshaped his mind. Bruce Lee never claimed victory, never claimed superiority, never turned the moment into a story, because the point was never to win. It was to reveal possibility. 3 seconds didn't prove who was stronger. They proved that strength has layers, that rules create blindness, that awareness ends fights before they begin. Bruce walked away from that gym the same way he walked in, calm, centered, uninterested in legends. Ali stayed behind, thinking, and that's why the moment mattered. Because real power doesn't dominate. It changes direction. Muhammad Ali asked, can you really do it? Bruce Lee answered without words. And seconds later, everyone fell silent. Not in defeat, but in understanding. Some moments don't echo because they're loud. They echo because they're true. Muhammad Ali asked one honest question. Bruce Lee answered without words. What followed wasn't a fight. It was a moment that changed how the greatest boxer in history understood combat. 3 seconds. No cameras. No ego. Just truth and a room that fell completely silent.